Welcome back, everyone, to some more Out of Ore. No, I didn't forget about anyone. We had a wicked storm come overhead.
Back, everyone, to
Oh,
some
crap,
more Out
crap,
of Ore.
crap.
No, I
I
didn't.
keep hearing myself. There we go. Yeah, so we had a wicked storm come through, so I figured I better play it safe and, well, not do anything too radical and stupid. Been a little while since we've been back in Out of Ore. I mean, it's probably only going to be an hour, maybe an hour and a half tonight, but say la vie, it is what it is. We do have a lot to go through. We have, well, as you can tell, we don't really have a flat spot, but we're working on rough estimates here. We have all the way to those power poles to do. I mean, it's gonna get thick here in a little bit. See what we can do. I have thought, in my ultimate wisdom, I've thought about it just a little bit of having a big old excavator in there, like this one that moves about 5.5. That is a big excavator. I'm not gonna lie about that. Or that's 2.8. That's nowhere near the size. That's 1.4. That's a big one. That's a 2 mil. This guy moves 5.8. We could use him with his lovely rocker arm and scoot it over to a rock truck. I'm curious. I have not actually used one of these. So we were using 2.4 with the one, but yeah, I'm kind of curious about this. I think we're going to buy him and just see. I haven't played much around with the excavators, so. Helicopter. Holy balls. Okay, it's not as big as I thought. First glance, it was starting to look like freaking huge. Alright. Yeah, it's not as big. So this is normal movement. Oh, he's already taken apart stuff. I stepped offside for 2 seconds. So shift A. Okay, that's movement. Okay, I'm hitting shift. G. R is the down. And bucket is H and Q. So not quite as quick as what this guy is, but I mean, this is a good sized bucket as well. You gotta figure out how to use it first. Then maybe we might be able to really scream along with it. No? Ah. So H is that and Q. So you never really get rid of your entirety of the bucket, huh? So if I hit Shift Y, aha, and Shift Q. Okay, that kind of makes sense. Looks so awkward, doesn't it? I would need a rock truck. And I mean, it's not quite big enough either. I think we're just going to go back to the loader. We're going to sell this thing for now. I think we need a bigger unit. You out. Where's the one we move? R? No, F and R are that. T. G. Well, that just made a farkin' mess. Oh, Shift Y, that's what it was. Alright, P. We lost a little bit, 379,000 again. Like I said, I would love it, but it's only 5.8. It's big and all, but it's not big. It's not this big, 15.7. I think we'll probably wait for a bigger. This guy is 10. This guy's 37. So yeah, I mean, we did a lot with this guy so far. Like I said, I can really move along with this guy for a ways. I guess if it wasn't just a big open pit, I would consider using it more. Maybe. Let's see about getting rid of some of this coal. Get another couple coal contracts and then I guess work up to something a little bit more, well, more. Instead of one of the big excavators, because I mean, they're cool and all, but kind of. Unless I got something like this, where, well, no, that says even just 5.5. The biggest guy that I want to really work towards, I think, which is a better option, is either this guy or this guy. Probably this guy, that's 21. This guy's 26. And the one I'm using is this guy, which is 10. I mean, 10's not bad. Really isn't. 10 is not bad. It's a decent sized bucket, I find anyways. So it's not that bad. Even this guy is 6.7, but he's more underground. Didn't take long to scoop up a pile of coal again. There we go. Nicely done. Like I said, once I actually start digging, it's going to become abundantly clear that pretty soon he's even going to be out of reach and stuff. Don't get me wrong, we've cleared a pile. Our first cut, well, this is the long cut. Which we are actually taking off a pretty good percentage. I need another $1 million to buy that new loader. I mean, in some regards, what I could do, there's another option there. We could buy a dozer and push the stuff to us that the loader could grab. That one does 1.2. Still 1.2, but it's got a lot more power. Even this one, that wouldn't be too bad. Let's just pick it up. Put it on the hill, push the stuff down to us. I've never used the dozer in this game, so I'm sure we could push everything to the pit where I'm working, so. Alright. Oh, can't get up there like that. Can get up here though. Alright, helicopter. Let's see where this thing can be overloaded more times than not. Alright. So that's the Ripper. How do I move it up and down? No, so we can change the side of the... Alright, so I can just keep pushing down off this hill into it. be a bit much where... Okay. Again, it's crooked. See if that works. Well, we're definitely pushing down off the hill there. I do not like these fucking controls. No, I can't fucking control it like this. Alright. Let's change it a bit. If we can. Controls. Dozer. Yes, that works. Dozer blade up. F. Shift F. Dozer blade. Actually, this should be the other way around. Tilt should be TG. Tilt in and tilt out. Control. Okay, let's try that. Okay. Gonna make this girl work. She's gonna be a working girl. There we go. Yeah, there we go. We got a few things sticking up here, but a good pile that we can dig. That's working way better. As long as I can basically push everything down into a pile for one piece of equipment to work, that should be sufficient. I think, anyways. Definitely. Definitely making her work now. hindsight, we haven't really moved that much dirt tonight, but just getting stuff down is half the battle. Like, I'll get this piece cleaned up, then we'll go take a look to see what we have, and go from there. You were promoted. You're underground miner tier 2. Dig. Right, not bad at all. We still actually... I must admit, it actually did more than I expected it to. Because remember, we had a heck of a pile that we had dug out. And I'm still clearing the area. So it moved a fair bit of dirt down here. Now that I got better friggin' controls on the dozer. I don't know how much I actually have. That's coal. Yeah, everything that I pushed and moved, we're actually already got cleaned up. Ain't terribly big bucket full, but back it up, back it up. And moving. I'm gonna have to doze again here. Definitely makes it easier where I don't have to lift the bucket as high. Basically push it down into me and then I can work from there. Let's go take a look to see what we actually got down here. Pile of dirt, that's for one thing. We've got a fair substantial pile of coal. So we should be able to do one coal contract. For sure. Pile of dirt. We figured that. Alright. Dirt we can get rid of. Everything else I'm going to leave for now. Not really a big concern. Dirt was 10 grand. That's not bad. Alright, let's take a look here. Let's go quests again. Base load. 18,000 coal. That is a big amount of coal. I don't have 18,000 coal right now. But what did that equate to for my quest? 11,000 out of it. That's not bad. I mean, look at the cash flow we have now. Not bad at all. Me likey. Oh man, I tell you. Today was a long day. Definitely a long day. But at the same time, we actually did get a bit done. First of all, we got the framing done inside the guy's closed-in room because we're raising the roof. Raise the roof? No, we're raising the floor. And then the ramp was a little too steep for him, so that's not a problem. We took it off again and we modified it. We brought it out an extra 14 feet. Which really made a difference. I did a ton of pruning for them. Which again is a huge amount of improvement. And yeah, we got a lot done. For it raining all day, or off and on all day, we actually got a lot done. So, I'm happy. Client's happy too, because it's more along the lines of what they want. And they go, we're open to suggestions on what we can do and things like that and how we do this and that. I'm going, okay, well, let's maybe think of this, and then let's think of this, and then he came out and said, well, what if we had this chunk flat and then brought it down? Yeah, we can do that. I mean, well, it costs a little bit more than what we initially figured. Yes. Yes, it is. But at the same time, I think we're in a lot better place. We still have one floaty bit. I guess I could dig it out a little bit more, but let's get the cat going. So right here, let's push down a pile of... Oh. I like that. I don't want to feel it's going sideways off the edge. Flat, not a problem. Sideways, problem. That's a pile of earth in front of me. There we go, we moved a pile more down towards them. Might be a pile of overburden, we don't know. All I know is I'm moving a pile of dirt down into the pit of despair here, from which we can actually work. So long as I got a lot of the main base area a lot more lower, you could say, that the loader itself can work, then I'm happy. Work her down, work it down, work it down. looks like even more of a pile. Because this right here is way too tall for a loader to even think about. So if I can push a ton of it over the friggin' cat, yeah, it's gonna work. There we go, coming off the hill with more load again. Definitely making the old girl work. She's a snorting pretty good going backwards out of here. Terraforming locked. There we go. It is no longer locked. Push, baby, push. There we go. As long as I can go back up to the same embankment that it came in. Push another pile over. Alright. Let's see what that'll do. Like, you look at it and go, wow, you didn't really move that much. I pushed a pile of it down off this hill, and we'll clean it up real quick with this guy. Tiny little excrement at the bottom of that bucket. Again, doesn't look like much, but we're moving it. Oh yeah, that is a big bucket of coal. That right there might be enough to actually finish the mission that we're on. I wonder, is there a fuel buggy that we can get? I never actually looked at that part of it. That's rock truck. You know, we can get greater. Fuel trucks. Hell yeah, we can have a little scan dick. Sweet. I didn't do that one very well. Back it up, try it again. Now we're digging. I'm going to clean up this spot right here, and then we'll go down and check it out again and see where we sit. but I think the dozer is actually helping. We're pushing a lot of that heavy overburden off the top. Whatever else is up there is coming down. Good or bad, we're getting it cleaned up. Which I think there's some pay dirt underneath. I guess I could push the overburden off to the side, but the way I like to do it is I just like to run it. We can sell the dirt after. It doesn't really matter. The dirt is still worth something, so that's my mentality of it. We got that piece cleaned up. Still one floating over there. Work up to our 1.6 million that we need. Actually, we moved a ton and pushed down here. Because I'm still sort of close to where we... Oops. Might have to flatten this area. I think we're just getting into it now. We're just about got everything that we pushed down here cleaned up. That's not bad. There we go. I might be taking a little bit off the side now from where we were, but if we can get another 21,000, we'll get another 21,000 out of her. Taking a bit down now, but it's still fine. I think we are going to call it though, and we're going to go see what we have, and then I'll start pushing it back down off the hill again. I think the combination of the cat pushing and the loader, we're doing a much better job of cleaning everything up. We got another 3. That's not enough, but it gets us by. Let's take a look to see how much dirt we have, because I would imagine we have a fair bit of dirt. All this stuff just came down now. Yeah, no coal, it's just dirt. Yeah, lots of dirt. Oh well, we can sell lots of dirt. Get tons of diamond again. Alright, selling time. Let's do this. That wasn't terribly bad. I love how this actually doesn't really tell you much. I can't change it either. I have a few transactions. Yeah, the excavator, 542, made 379. Dozer, 345, have not sold it. And we made 90,000 on the coal there. 27,000 again on the dirt, or on the ore, and 7,200 on the dirt. So as open pits go, we're actually not doing too bad. I guess the goal is to make 100 million. I think 100 million would be a good goal to try and achieve. See how big we can get this plant going. I have not found any gravel yet. We're still working on dirt. We have pay dirt. Let's check out our other stuff. Any rubies and diamonds and stuff I sell. That's what I do. Hang on a second. Okay, I am back. Sorry about that. I decided that it was a little too friggin' warm in my room, so I opened up a window. And I decided, well, I might as well just, I might as well just do it in a certain way. So, in other words, yeah, I'll knock off the friggin' microphone for a second. Alright, what we got? We got 436 of that. Of gold, and all my gold for right now throughout the season is just going in here. I think it can be 9,999, which will be ounces, I think. Easy enough. Do 500 as Q, and diamonds and rubies. I said rubies. 37 minutes for the rubies, and these we are just going to sell. That's the one beauty about it. 20,000 for them, 11,000 for them. Wish I could make that much in real life, because holy crap. I may actually purchase. Let's buy that. Might have to push this down a little bit to get at it, because this is pretty rough up here. Push, push, push. Well, we're down. I don't know why it keeps pushing up dirt. Oh, cool. I can just do it like that. Alright. My crap, how far can I just keep pushing? No idea. That's first for me. Alright, before we do anything else, I'm going to back this guy up and we're going to tag team this whole area. Just to smooth it out. Because holy crap, this thing really does smooth out the ground. Overtaking? No problem. Okay, that's definitely helping. If anything else, all it does is just sort of smooth it out so I don't have these big pit runs to try to deal with. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure he's gonna have problems with that lip. No, it wasn't that bad. Hey, back away and realize it's nice and smooth. This thing is amazing. It is an amazing little tool. Actually, it's tough to say. I might just use the loader for a little bit. Get it back to a point. So does this thing always just perpetually have fuel? Nope. Fuel is empty. Should get friggin' zoom though. This is a baby triaxle. It's friggin' hilarious. Alright, for the most part, I think I'm just going to park them over here. That way we have pit fuel. Alright, that works, I think. I guess tonight what we'll try to do is we'll actually try and get the hang on, can I load this guy? Yeah. We will try and finish the base load. I just managed to scoop a little tiny bit, and that's what I get. And yeah, I got the phone call to make. clean that up there a bit. Holy shit, quit dropping stuff. The mess you made, you stupid thing. Now you gotta clean all that up. Are you saying it's pretty hard to clean that now that you've made that mess? We'd have to use the dozer to clean that up a bit. You just kept pouring out the side, but yet the bucket wasn't emptying. Alright, let's try the dozer. Alright, I have the blade up. Let's see this. It wasn't really much better. There's a new road making game that I actually wouldn't mind trying. At some point in time. Alright. That didn't really help much either. I mean, it's more of a smoother transition, but there's only one thing that will fix this. For now, I'll just put this back in its hole here. Walk over the lumpy part that it missed. This thing's amazing. Really is. You can just drive over everything and you have a flat surface in the end. Anyways. A big pile of crap right here too. Looks like a poop noodle. I have here is a poop noodle. Alright, that's getting better. Alright, that's looking better. Yeah, I can live with that. That's much better. Nice and smooth again. I like smooth. Ugh. Shit. Getting sleepy again. I think that pole is pretty much redundant at this point. Now that we're actually on the longer cut. Some of the first big scoops of everything. Ah, I was stuck on a ridge. Give her to the goose and she wasn't moving. Okay. I didn't think we were going to be able to get the longer cut done tonight, but I think the dozer helped. Seems to be easier down here to dig, so we can really give her hell for a little bit. Alright, back it up again. Oh, the fuel truck down here I think just makes sense. I'd always go get fuel, which is fun because then it's a little trek to do. Oh, I'm getting wickedly sleepy. Yeah. Appears to be a combination of stuff in there. Well, what do you guys figure? Are we close to it? I think as our goals go, I think we're getting really close to it. I haven't been back down there in a little while. I'm gonna do maybe 2 more scoops. Drive down there. Or not, maybe not even drive down, just go down there. See where we sit with it. Thinking I only need another 2,000 coal, so yeah, I think we're probably pretty good. I do apologize. I'm getting sleepy. Essentially made a go ramp. Not that I want to go ramp, I just basically want to cut in. Okay, this one's all pay dirt. I think we have too much coal left. I mean, we got tons of coal, don't get me wrong, but it's not what I was going on about. And back it up again. I think we have enough. Oh man, it's 10 o'clock and I'm already falling asleep. Now, one thing I have to admit, I've been hanging around this girl now for, well, through thick and thin. She has been with me long enough that, like, I mean, she stuck it through and everything else, through my mom's passing away and everything else. So, I mean, I can't ask for a better friend than that alone, right? But there hasn't, since the day I met her, there has not been a day that we haven't talked to each other. I mean, as it goes, this is a first for me. I've had, don't get me wrong, I've had more girlfriends than most people would ever dream in a friggin' year. Or a lifetime, actually. Lots of bad relationships and everything else. This one's completely different. This one has more meaning to my life than anything that I've ever had, which is, for me, friggin' strange. And most of the time, if I stop for a few seconds on stream or whatnot, it's entirely because I'm texting her. She'll message me, and of course, I'm completely distracted, and it's like, little schoolgirl mentality comes out, going, oh, there's a cute one. She's called me a goofball more times than not, but at the same time, you can't beat, what I'm trying to get at is you can't beat the friendship and the camaraderie than what we have. I mean, if she is the one, I'm not going to say if she is or isn't, because I don't know, it's too early to tell. I'm not going to say too much. I'm not going to get into it and say, yes, she's the one, and find out no. Both of us are taking it slow, and we're being cautious. I mean, both of us been in bad relationships, me more than her. But, yeah, no, we are, as a collective, we're being cautious about what could happen. So, but at the same time, like I said, she's completely different from what I normally go out with. And I mean, I'm not the best looking guy on the planet. I will say that, but I will say one thing is I've been with everyone, basically. I've been with the 2s and 3s, and I've been with the 10s. To be honest, I'd rather be with the 2s and 3s. I know some people would go, well, that's just stupid. No, it isn't. The 10s think they are the greatest thing ever, While the 2s and 3s, no, they're not. They're not trying to cover it up. They know who they are. They know what they are. And generally speaking, they're nicer people. So that's why I say I'd rather be with a 2 and 3 than a 10. Or Supertramp says, a 3 dressed up as a 9. Well, unfortunately, in the song they say, they're just wasting my time. No. No, I don't see that. Like I said, I'd rather have it even the middle of the pack. Like, I mean, having a 6 or 7 is still within reason. And I like I'll say, not once will I ever say that I'm a 10. I am not. There's no way. I never want to try to be either. I'm not a pretty boy. I'm a construction worker. I'm tough as hell. I'm a big boy. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not a small, petite, pretty boy. I'm not a muscle-bound dickhead. I'm not not. I'm a guy in construction. I typically look like every guy in construction, but I'm 6'5". I am large, alright? And yes, I am built like a brick shithouse. You know, watched a few videos once of a bunch of guys saying, yeah, so, you know, I watched this recently, this one that was construction workers versus bodybuilders. Construction workers actually kicked their ass. And people are going, but how? They look like they, like, you know, they have massive beard cuts or don't have the muscle capacity. It's not the same. Okay, so they can do maybe higher reps, like, not so much reps, that's a bad way of putting it. They maybe can move more heavier objects than we can, but we can move a lot heavier objects quickly, efficiently, and all day. Like, how many bodybuilders do you know that can lift an 80-pound sheet of plywood with one hand, hold it there, and walk 200 feet? And you probably go, oh, well, quite a few of them can. Okay, dabs up by 100. And you're going, huh? Yeah, you can move 100 sheets, or I can move 100 sheets in a day. And that's 80 pounds, 250 feet. Usually on one arm. So a lot of times I'm carrying other crap too, so I mean, as long as you got your balance right and you know a little bit about physics, you can make it work. Like I said, I'm not a puny little guy. I can move a lot of heavy objects. And I've tried that frickin' not really barbell, but I've tried the one bar that they use all the time. I did the 80 kilogram one. Yeah, I bent it in half like it was butter. I was looking at it going, so this begs the question, you guys are using this thing. Have you ever tried to bend a half-inch bar of rebar? I can do that. It's actually not that hard, especially if you cut it long enough. Like, if you cut it really short, yeah, okay, I can't bend it. Not really a comparison. I can't bend it. But if it's like 2 feet long, no problem. That baby's bent in half. And no, it doesn't take superhuman strength. A lot of it has to do with a firm belief and understanding of physics. A lot of what construction workers do is just advanced physics and, well, spatial awareness. most of us are very, very knowledgeable on, okay, if I move this board out 6 feet and this one's over top of it and that one's underneath of it and the friction and everything, yeah, that should be fine if I walk all the way out to here. Before you say anything, yes, we actually know how to do the calculations. Alright. I think it's time, getting close to end the stream. I know I haven't streamed longer than what I normally do. We had a storm, not much I can do about it. Holy crap, we got coal. Think we have enough to finish this one. Yep. Base load is now completed, and I got to driller tier 1. Beauty. Oh, we got a pile of dirt too. And I also have a 129 of the other. Oops, sell. 13,000, 6,000. I feel like there's more now. Iron ore. Base load again, keeping the lights on. I like the XP, 60,000. No wonder I leveled up. Silicon. Okay, well, silicon. Need 111. That's not going to give me much, but quest completed. Quest is completed. Oh, we did all right. I mean, for the little over an hour that we streamed tonight, it's not bad. Gonna definitely stream tomorrow. Probably back with some more farming sim. We are working towards a lot of stuff now. Now that we have the railway, we can do a lot of stuff. Now I got to take in bottles tomorrow morning, but that's fine. Quests. Same thing again. Firewatch. Alright. Steel manufacturing, steel beams. Not really worth that much, but okay. But yeah, I'm going to end for the night. Hope you guys have enjoyed. And again, if you guys have enjoyed and you're new here, been around for a while and just not subscribed yet, think about hitting that subscribe button. On the YouTube side, it's below the video and the house scroll in the bottom right corner. Some say that he thinks while we're digging, he's going to find the heart of the mountain, thinking he's in Lord of the Rings. Again, he's nuts. He is literally nuts. Yeah, push that button. Hover over, push that button, and he'll kick out the subscribe button. Push it, and he will go away. I think. Nobody's ever really told me if he does or doesn't. He might just pop up randomly. And then also flip over to Kick's side and hit the subscribe button and follow over there as well, pardon me. And yeah, check out all the lovely stuff in the descriptions, and we will see everyone on the next stream. Take care, and thanks so